here has ever had a broken heart? Who here has ever felt betrayed, rejected, abandoned, abused? Who here is ready to make a change? I'm here today to share with you my story, how I experienced a tragedy of my life, and if there's a tragedy in your life, together we're going to turn it into a treasure. Who wants to turn their tragedy into a treasure? Excellent. Say to the person to your left and to your right, I'm going to turn my tragedy into a treasure. Let's say it. And now, write this down. I can heal. Say with me, I am a treasure.
I am a treasure.
And now affirm with me, I can heal.
I can heal.
And lastly, say with me, when I love myself, I love what is sacred.
When I love myself, I love what is sacred.
When I had cancer and I was lying on what I thought was my deathbed, I realized that I knew something. As a result of my life experience, the unusual circumstances of my life that I've lived through, and my meticulous research in graduate school. Today I'm going to share with you as much of that private knowledge that I can in our hour and a half, okay?
Hey, you can see the stars here. I mean, this is the only place in LA you can see stars. It's divine. I'm just delighted.
So it's not a happy story, but the idea is that it gave me joy thinking about the joy I could give to the other kids in writing this book. Okay. And now I say, I'll think about it and get back to you tomorrow, and then I have 24 hours to think about a nice way to say no. Based on my research, I have come to the conclusion that in life there are two fundamental sources of conflict, psychological conflict. One type of conflict is external. It's conflict due to our social world, social rejection. That's the first type of conflict. The second type of conflict is what I call internal conflict, conflict within ourselves, which is self-rejection. Here I had this massive cancer. It was around my heart, collapsed my left lung. I said, no, I think it's gone. I don't feel the tumor energy in my chest anymore. And then 3 weeks later, they did the scan. The cancer completely vanished from my body. So I felt like I need to share my story, which is really a story about self-acceptance.
Today I'm very pleased to introduce Dr. Wendy Treynor as our speaker at Taft. She's a Taft alum, graduated in 1993, visiting scholar at UCLA in September of 2010. Wendy received her PhD in social psychology from the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor in 2004. She did her postdoctoral work at the University of Southern California before founding Healing Consulting in 2007. Through Healing Consulting, Dr. Treynor shares her vision of integrating scientific knowledge and spiritual wisdom to enhance people's quality of life.
And it's all your knowledge now. And I'm really excited because this, I almost want to call it secret knowledge, because no one else seems to know it, which is why it's so much fun having people come to the talks, because you learn something you hadn't heard anywhere else, right? And what I love about it is that it sheds light on why people seem so happy making other people unhappy, right? Like you read in the newspaper, people doing stuff that just seems crazy, right? And you're like, how can these people do this? This is insane. Well, now I feel like I understand, and I'm going to share with you that understanding today. Hey, you have to be the judge. You know, I can't tell you what the truth is. We all have to pick and choose what resonates with our own hearts. So I'm just putting out there my truth. And then you can take it or leave it, okay?
You're watching KCAL 9 News at noon.
Families all across Southern California are struggling these days to stay afloat. So how do you stay happy and optimistic as you try to survive this economy?
Well, Dr. Wendy Treynor has some great ideas. She has tips for people who are unemployed, facing other challenges. Dr. Treynor, welcome.
Thank you for having me, Dave and Sandra.
You talk about this roadmap to happiness. What do you mean by that? There's not actually a map that you can open up and look at.
Very good question. Well, I view it as a treasure map, and that the treasure is who we are. Ourselves, we are all treasures. And the roadmap to happiness is coming to discover the lovable, unconditionally lovable beings that we are. When we are immersed in the social world, we may find ourselves being swamped in rejection or conflict, but each of us needs to take time alone for ourselves to kind of refresh our energy and to feel the love and the joy that we are again. And so one of the things I recommend is that people take time alone with themselves each day. You can call it meditation, you can call it walking, or even exercise, creativity, just an opportunity to refresh before you go out into the world again.
I think a lot of people see someone like you on television and say, oh, what do they know? You know, they're probably so far from where I am. But in your bio here, it says you've been depressed, suicidal, cancer survivor, you've been jobless, divorced, and now you're happy.
It's the truth, I am. And that's why I'm here today, is I want to share some tips with your viewers about how they can be happy too. These are tips that are based on research and my own experience. So I'm happy to share them with you. And if you yourself are feeling depressed or blue, you know, ask yourself, am I in a social environment where people are accepting me for who I am? And if not, it's an opportunity for you to create a new social environment for yourself where you can find people who accept you as you are, because research shows that our, as a human species, has a tendency to like people who are similar to them. And with the advent of the internet, now it's easier than ever to find people who will share your interests.
One of the ways to do that, you suggest, is by volunteering.
Yes, I think volunteering is a wonderful way for us to create happiness for ourselves. It gives us an opportunity to discover where true wealth lies.
It seems to shed light on what the root of depression may be, the root of self-esteem may be, where culture seems to come from, where our identities seem to come from. And astonishingly, and I'm not kidding, it seems to point to the truth of ultimate truth. If the theory is true, and if this theory I'm sharing with you is true, again, it has to resonate with your own heart. It's true if logic is true and science is true, and I think logic and science are true, so then the theory must be true. But again, it's up to you. And explain why the other people at that organization are doing what they're doing. They were once happy making other people happy, and then they found themselves isolated in this group, and they pressured those people, and then they turned and became monsters. It's incredible that these people who we think are monsters are just like you and me. They're not monsters. They just may have gone through this process.
With the cancer, she discovered that the lessons she learned from science converged with the spiritual lessons she learned about life from almost dying, providing a single map, a unified picture, a sole prescription to follow for achieving wholeness and happiness, a map she now lives by and seeks to share. Wendy shares this information with others in fresh and exciting ways through her keynote addresses, her seminars, her workshops, consultations, books, and writing, so that others too may heal themselves and actualize their own potential and find freedom, peace, love, and happiness that they seek. So let us this morning warmly welcome Dr. Wendy Treynor, chapter editor.
Thank you for letting me share this story with you. So nice. Thank you. So let's take it 5 minutes from the top. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, meditate. Who's feeling happy now? Raise your hand. Right. I'm all about it. Thank you, Taft. I love you, Taft.
Thank you for coming tonight. Thank you. And here are your coupons. Oh my God, I got a standing ovation. Ah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Look at this. I can't believe